This is the real tortured poets department. These are poems by Palestinian poets from Gaza. I want to howl, to scream, to shake the universe. A child should never die. Holding myself back to settle the storms in my head. No, Hisham, that won't happen to you. Stay next to your sister. Ask her to tell you a story. Don't worry, my love, you're gonna be safe. But I know it's a lie. Trying to balance what's coming from my mouth and what's inside my head. Balance my feelings and my patience, my strength and my internal collapse. Trying to balance in an imbalanced world. It's not what a 10-year-old should ask. A child should never die. A child should play, laugh, giggle, call mom to make breakfast, throw himself into grandfather's arms, and live. A child should never die. Bombs hiss as they fall over Gaza. Flatten the city, wipe them out, starve them and kill them. 1,000 deaths, 2,000 deaths, 5,000 deaths, 10,000 deaths. A child trembles on the hospital floor. A doctor says, another case, wounded child, no surviving family. Someone told him, talk to him. The child still trembles. I want to howl, to scream, to shake the universe. A child should never die. They say, it's complicated. You should know the context. Reading history before taking to the streets, calling for ceasefire now. Human shields, collateral damage. This is war. War is ugly. What do you expect? But a child should never die. And what of context? When a child talks about death, there is no context. When a child dies from cold, there is no context. When a baby is starved, there is no context. There is a point where context stops. A child should live, a child should grow up. A child should sing, should dance, should sleep peacefully at night. Never, never, a child should never die. If I must die, you must live to tell my story, to sell my things, to buy a piece of cloth and some strings. Make it white with a long tail so that a child somewhere in Gaza, while looking heaven in the eye, awaiting his dad who left in a blaze and bid no one farewell, not even to his flesh, not even to himself, sees the kite. My kite you made flying up above, and thinks for a moment an angel is there, bringing back love. If I must die, let it bring hope. Let it be a tale. I got a call that my beloved friend was killed. May God grant him peace. I hung up and went to sleep. Rubble fell over my head. I saw my mother's head severed, my siblings dying one after another while calling for help. My head started to bleed. I could barely breathe. I tried to swallow all the air around me, and this is when I woke up. A tear falling from my eye, hot and salty on my lips. That is when I felt alive, when my heart rejected numbness, when it reclaimed its humanity. That is when I knew a piece of my soul passed away, the moment I was forced to leave my beloved home, Gaza, Palestine. Away from them, I tremble 1,000,000 times, remembering how unmercifully bombs fell while I walked the streets. Airplanes whispering, you're next. We're coming to rip life from you, to shatter you beyond recognition. My heart turns blue in quietness. No one can fathom my sadness, not even myself, desperate to let tears flow. But my eyes are as heavy as clouds that cannot cry. How lucky are the clouds that cry when rain washes the pain away. But this heart cannot cry. Guilt is all I feel. Have you ever experienced burying your poems before they were even born? That's what it feels like to write as a poet from Gaza. Mohammed Musa. I struggle to teach the birds about wars. So I ask them to give their wings to the mourning mothers in Tal Zatar, their feathers to the children in Rafah's tents, their skin to the babies of Jabalia, their tongues to those who pass away silently amidst the noise of bombs, and their songs to the camp children who long to sing. I struggle to teach the birds about wars. There on the other side, time changes, hours pass, and it gets darker. The sky takes off its dim dress, and then the morning arrives. But here where I live and breathe, life wears its black dress constantly. Here, the hanging clock in my room is broken. Not only this one, everyone's clock is broken. In this holy land, we sleep and wake up to the sound of bombing and shooting. So the first light of the day rises in the evening, lighting up the sky with the blood of martyrs. Here, death sleeps not far from us. We all walk towards freedom, towards hope. We walk on the shattered glass of our broken windows. We walk on stones that once were a house, carrying stories and secrets. We walk with the screams of children, with the groans of mothers, pacing over and over in our rooms. My phone rings. Hello? I recognize God's voice. Why would he call me? My heart is in Gaza, but I'm not. He has time for me? Now? I start to thank him for keeping me in a safe place, but I'm not sure I feel thankful, being away from Gaza now. I ask God, how are you? I'm sad, of course, he says. He begins asking me questions that he knows already trouble me. Did you see the grandmother shot in the street? Do you know what they've done to Lyle and his family? Did you see Reem, the soul of her grandpa's soul? But God, he interrupts me. I know you're tired, he explains. I know you feel guilty for being alive while your enemy feels no guilt at all. Instead, they kill in my name, they lie in my name. I trust your wisdom, God, but with every destroyed life, a piece of my faith lies buried beneath the rubble. I am too tired. Why can't you just stop this? His voice begins fading. Hello, God, hello, hello. The call is cut off. Even in Gaza, my connection is bad. I don't understand why. I look at the sky, whispering to myself, you know I don't understand, but I'll keep telling the truth I know. They are slaughtering us.